Welcome into Wainster's workshop. Today we're going to be working on a 2005 Metropolitan. We've got a no start condition here. When you try to start it, there's just nothing. I suspect I did try some starting fluid in the intake over here on the side. So I took the air intake panel off, jetted some quick start in there, and it does run on that. So I suspect we have a bad fuel pump here. So I do have a new fuel pump, new fuel filter. It's partially apart, so we're gonna get that apart the rest of the way, get the fuel pump in there, and see if that fixes us up here. So let's get into it. For this deck here, I'm not really sure how this comes off. Looks like it's going to be like an 11 or a 10 millimeter potentially, and it feels like it's going to be a 10 millimeter. So let's see if we can get this off. Exactly what's all going to come off here. Probably a bunch of stuff. Fuel filler cap here. As I mentioned, some of this stuff I've already pulled down prior to estimating that this is what we need to do. I did replace the spark plug, which is through this cavity right here. It's actually right there. That was pretty easy to change. I probably didn't need to loosen up all this other stuff, but sometimes that happens when you just start working and you start wrenching. Okay, let's see what we got here. The whole thing has lost a lot of structural integrity here. Let's see what we've got. There's a seam here. Oh, but we've got a screw there. Probably Phillips, I'm guessing, or something other. So it is your basic PH2 Phillips. Okay. So what has that done? Has that done anything? Let's see if we've got some on the other side. Like that. And we do. Okay. Okay. That pops right off like that. By just applying some pressure. I'm going to set that there. Let's do that on the other side. Just reaching right down under here and going like that. Pulls right off of there. Okay, so we've still got a lot of connectivity up here yet. Okay, there's another screw here. Right here. And it's attached to the upper part of the deck. It's another Phillips. Other side. Let's see what we got. Take that one out. Boom. No, it slides back. So it slides. You got to have some of those other screws out. Looks like it slides out and back. Okay, so deck is out. There's our gas tank. Well, let's see what it looks like under here. Alright, so there's the output. There's the fuel pump right there. Okay. Alright, I've got gas in here, so it's so I think what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna siphon the fuel out. which probably should have done in the first place, but I was really excited to start working on it. So we're gonna pump the fuel out of it. I don't think there's a lot in there. Probably a gallon or two, maybe. So it looks pretty empty. I'm gonna put this back in its hermetically sealed thing. Looks like we have a bolt. I can barely even see that. Looks like we have a bolt down in there. We've got crimp connector. If I can unhook that, I can swing the tank up out of the way. I'm just going to do it with my bare hands, which worked. I'm just going to stand it up like that. So let's see if we can get this plastic thing out of here. Looks like underneath there's some buttons, some plastic things that you can push on. And yeah, if you apply pressure on that, that swings this up out of the way. So we can do that. It's hinged. It's got a plastic hinge there, so it slightly moves out of the way for you. And then we have a socket down in there, probably of a 10 millimeter variant. Get a 10 mil socket on here, and wow, there's not a lot of room there. Let me see if I've got another extension. There. All right, 10 mil bolt on that. That is literally all that's holding that guy in there. So now this whole apparatus swings out of there. So you just push that tab. That tab right there, you push, power comes out. All right. So, oh, you can just pull that right out of there. That clamp wasn't doing anything. All right. So here's my apparatus. Let's see what we can do here. Get this opened up. It looks identical. Put this right back together with the clamps. Like this one here, it's not even up on the filter housing. I don't know if this red one is what came with this or if this has been replaced. This is a genuine Honda one. It's actually got a right angle on it. I don't know if this is what it called for. So so the direction is in from this 90. So it goes something like this. So let's see if we can get this out here. In case you're wondering, why isn't he using pliers? Well, I can't seem to locate my pliers, so I'm just battling through it with my bare hands. Now, that's not something I recommend that you do on a daily basis. You're gonna tear up your fingers, and that'd be bad. You don't want that. But yeah, you do it once or twice, it's not too bad. So okay, we got that off. Put it right back on the new one, like so, and we'll move the clamp down right over that. Okay, so we got that set up. Now we need this other lead off of here, applying a pull/turn method. There we go. Got that off there. It's a Briggs and Stratton is what this is, but I can't see. I don't think it was doing anything. This one here actually has filtration media in it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's got something in there. So someone put that Briggs and Stratton on. That's what they had. So get this hose clamp on. Boom. That looks pretty good. We're on. Okay, so that part's all back together. Now we just got to get it. Oh, we have to take this one off here, off the outlet side of the fuel pump. Oh, it's actually turning off of there. Okay, like that. I'll pull off this sealer thing. Push that on there. Yeah, that's not an ideal hose clamp. So I would totally recommend if you're working on one of these and you want to save yourself a little frustration, instead of trying to put this back on and reuse this one and end up cutting your hose and your hands and busting your fingernails. So that looks pretty good. And then I got to push this back on in there and try to get that back up into position. So this is what we've got. Put this thing back on here. Set this back down as best I can. Hold this that well. Jam this out the back. Yep. Alright. Where's my power assembly? Jam that out the back. So I've got my power connection for my pump here. I've got my pump there. I'm going to put some gas back in here. Basically want to see if we get any fuel through there. This right here, catch the fuel, hopefully. See what we get. Alright, let's see what we get. We're getting fuel. We're getting fuel. Alright. Shut that off. Let's get that thing back in there. Goal now is to hook this pump back up to that. I need to see if I can balance the light and somehow reach my hand up in here and hold that. We're up into the groove now where we were before, where it's actually indenting the hose. We're there. We're back. We can now get this little flapper back out of the way because it's in the way again. And so we can get this back into position here. And we get our mechanism plugged in. Clip goes to the outside of the pump, like that. You'll hear a click when you plug it in. Let's get the Extension-O-Matic 4000 in there. That's in. Pump is mounted. It's plugged in. Connectors are on, both on the tank. The 90-degree filter situation, that does seem to be a better setup for this, because when the tank is down, looks like it's got a little better flow. All right, everything looks like it's in there. We're gonna put some gas back in it, and we're gonna see if the thing fires up. and see what we get. It's either going to fire up, or we're going to have a big leak everywhere. There'll be gas all over the garage floor. Or it's going to be a no start, just like it was before. Not getting much. Nope. It just had to feed some gas. So it is running. So that was the problem. Had a bad fuel pump. Also check and see if we're blowing any gas anywhere. I don't see that we're blowing gas anywhere. Looks pretty good down in there. My wife's going to be super stoked about this. Okay. I don't see gas spewing anywhere. I don't smell it anywhere. Let's see if we can get this deck back on here in the reverse order. And it slides up to the front. Folks, remember, did I go like this? Yeah. I went back first, like that. Okay. So the back goes in first, kind of further, and then you slide the whole thing back. And these all kind of go back together. This is going to be a miracle if this goes back together right. All right, let's see what we got here. Something like that. When you start hearing things pop back into position, that's good. All right, so we have two screws here. One is underneath here like this, and then we have another one. This thing pops in like this, something like this. Start hearing everything pop. Wow, they're really delicate. Two of those tabs go on top, one goes underneath. That actually lined up. Put that back in. I got this. So many panels. Oh my goodness. That one's broken. Somewhat. Snap, crackle, and pop. Let's see if these things line back up. Hopefully they do. These appear to be all the same size, so should be good there. Nice. Got two more. Okay. I've got two plastic screws. These look like they're all the same size. So these look like these plastic things right here. That sounded right. That's right, that's down in there. Now, snap, crackle, and pop. Let's do 2 of these. One here. I've got a panel missing here. This panel goes in here. Like that, it just sits there. There's one here. So we've got 2 down here. One here. We got our plastic clip over here. It doesn't really do anything. Just kind of pushes in there. We've got a screw right there. 2 of those left, I think. Staying in there. I think I broke that one when I took it out. So that's going to come out down the road for sure. All right, we got 4 bolts left. Plus battery box cover. Seat goes in. Seat in. Put the charging terminal through here. Like that. 4 screws hold this whole mess in. 10 millimeter. Okay. Last bolt in. Looks pretty good. Plastics are lining up. Just this piece left. It's not really holding. I don't know why. Something like that. Okay, so that goes down. Gas cap down. Boom. All right. This is sweet. No parts left over. Let's see what we got here. Fire's right up. All right, let's see what we got. Yes. Oh man, that is sweet. She's back on the road and running. Take care out there.